Hey guys, Paul Michael Kane here with another PMK photo tip and our trick. This time we're going to be working inside of Adobe Photoshop, and I want to do a technique that's currently very popular right now, and I wanted to show you the very basics because I want to see what you guys do when you learn the basics and then run with it. That's what these videos are designed for. I'm showing you the basics, giving you guys some tools to work with, and then letting you flourish on your own to see what you guys can come up with. So the technique is a double exposure technique, and it's, like I said, it's very popular right now, and I wanted to show you guys just how to go about creating it. So let's take a look. So I want to use this technique to enhance one of my self-portraits. I need a self-portrait for a show I'm doing later this month, and this is my usual self-portrait. I want to jazz this up a little bit, making it a little bit more branded with my photography. So I'm going to use this image I shot in Wildwood of an outflow pipe. This is where rainwater flows out to the ocean. I want to use this image along with my self-portrait, and we're going to use that double exposure technique here. So what I want to do first is I want to drag this image over to my self-portrait. With that done, I can close this and I won't need that anymore. So what I want to do now is, there we go. All right, so I'm going to drop that right there, and I need to make a layer mask based on the outlines of this portrait. So I needed a portrait that was a very simple portrait. You want very simple backgrounds, so you can actually drop those backgrounds very easily here inside of Photoshop using the pen tool or any of the selection tools available to you. Very simple to drop out that background. So with this image selected, I'm going to hit Control, and as you can see, if I hit Control on that layer, it makes a selection around my portrait. So if I get rid of that layer, you'll see a nice selection around everything I need on there. So going to the Wildwood layer, the outlet pipe layer, I'm going to just click on Layer Mask. And that creates a very cool layer mask in that image. Now if you look at the two, here's the original image down here, and here's the layer mask. They are linked, so if I move them, they go around together. What I want to happen is to unlink them so I can simply move the original image within the layer mask. Okay, that's an integral part of what we're doing here. Now I want to, let's see, I want to place this right about here so you can still see my face once we get to that, and the camera is very nicely exposed there. All right, so let's drag my portrait above the layer with the outflow pipe. I'm going to change the blending mode of that to multiply. And already we're seeing some really cool effects here. All right, so I can go back in here and finesse this just a little bit further. So let's see where the edges of our image is right there. So we don't want a hard edge like that. We want to make sure that that edge covers my head. And the pipe looks good right about there. I like that very much. Very cool. Okay, so with that all done, I want to create a layer mask on my self-portrait. I'm going to click that button. We're going to get a white layer mask. So if I paint with black, we're going to start painting away the details of, say, my shirt using a nice soft-edged brush. Come in here. We can even... We'll go ahead and select, instead of a black, which completely removes the layer underneath, I'm going to paint with a lighter gray. So I'm not removing everything completely. I'm just softening some of the details of my beard here. A little bit up here. I'm liking this. What I really want to focus on are my eyes. I want my eyes to be the strongest element of this. I'll get rid of some of those forehead wrinkles, lighten up my cheeks a little bit. There we go. I really like where we're at here. I'm also going to let's see, I don't like these lines on the camera. These are the foreground lines of the background lines of the ocean there. So I don't really like that cutting across over there. So I'm going to take, let's see, I'll take a color gray there. On the original image, using a soft edge brush, I'm just going to paint those out there. I like that a lot. That's looking really good. Let's see if I move that again. Yeah, I like that very much. I like that I still have a little bit of color here and my face, but everything else is going into that photograph right there. Very, very cool. All right, so now I want to enhance this even further. So I'm going to do that control click on this layer again so I get those ants marching around my selection. I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to place this layer underneath my self-portrait. I'm going to fill that layer with black. Let's go with black. Okay. So we have that now, you know, it looks really bad. So what I want to do is I want to drop the fill to 0%. Okay, there's two things here. We can go opacity, which drops it down, or fill. So the fill will allow us to add a drop shadow and be able to see that drop shadow. If we turn the opacity down, we wouldn't be able to see that layer effect, the drop shadow that I'm about to put on here. So I want to add just a little bit of a drop shadow, just to give us a little bit of contrast. I like that right there. That looks really good. So we'll turn it on and off. So we'll get a little soft edge surrounding our selection there. Now I'm also noticing here in the sky, right along my cheek line, there is some darker gray. I'm going to go ahead, create a new layer above that. I'm going to select the gray. Let's see, I like that. Let's turn off. Yeah, I want this gray right here. I'm going to go ahead and turn everything back on. And then on the outflow pipe layer, using a soft edge brush again, I'm just going to paint some gray in there so my cheeks don't have that strange line on them. There we go. I like that very much. Let's brighten this up a little bit. That same gray, and we'll brighten up the front here. Yes, I'm liking that very, very much. All right, I think I'm done. I really, really like this. And I think I'm going to use this as my new bio image for the show I have later on this month at the Hilltop Country Day School. Very cool. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to learn more about me, you can visit me at paulmichaelkane.com. I'll put that up here, make it black so we can see it. And increase the size here. So you can visit me at paulmichaelkane.com. You can also visit me at Lightbox Photography Cards if you're interested in getting a deck of Lightbox photography cards. You can visit us there, and you can get some really cool photo challenges in a deck of cards designed to inspire. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching.